Hey, welcome back, guys. Got something new here. I picked this up yesterday. This is an HK USP Compact in a 45 ACP. I've been looking at one of these for about 2 years actually. I've had an HK before. It was the full-size USP, and it was a 40 caliber. And I got rid of that about a year ago. And want to have an HK in my collection. Always really loved them, and really liked the full size 40 caliber that I had, and that was also a variant one, just like this. This one's a variant one as well, but this one's a compact. It comes with 2 magazines. Okay, made in Germany, of course. Like I said, variant 1, so it has this lever right here. You can put it on safe, carry it cocked and locked, fire, and you have a decocker. I like the variant 1. Some of them are double action only, and I really don't care for that at all. I like the variant 1. It's my favorite model of the USP. Out of all the versions that they have, I like the variant 1. So yeah, 45 auto, compact. They call it a compact because, in comparison to the full size, I guess it is a compact, but in reality, it's more of a mid-size handgun. This is about the equivalent to like the size of a Glock 19 or a Glock 23. Commander size 1911. Even though they call it a compact, I don't really consider it a true compact, but it is a compact USP. But in a perspective for size, it's a mid-size handgun. Okay. So it's a 45, comes with 2 magazines. They hold 8 rounds each. I ordered a flat base plate. This way I'll have one with the extension and one will be flat for concealed carry, because when the magazine's in the pistol and I put my hand around it, you can see my pinky really does not contact this extension at all, so I really don't need it. And that's just that's just more length on the grip. So for concealed carrying it, I'm going to carry it with the magazine that has the flat base plate. And then if this one's going to be a spare, it really doesn't matter if it has the extension. It'll be easy to hide just one magazine. But the one in the pistol, I want it to have a flat base plate. You have your accessory rail, and like many of you know that are familiar with HKs, you can't just put any accessory on that rail. You have to have an adapter, unless the accessory is specifically for an HK USP. Okay. So of course we have a polymer frame. Takes some weight off of it. I'm not exactly sure on the weight. I went on HK's website for the trigger pull. From what it says on the chart, in double action mode, it's a little bit over 11 pounds trigger pull, and in single action, it's like 4.4 pounds. It's a very nice trigger pull. Polymer trigger. Okay, it's a polymer trigger attached to a steel bar. Okay, and there's I've looked at this one, and there's no flex when you pull the trigger in double action. Some people are concerned about the polymer trigger with like flexing issues and giving you a false impression when you pull the trigger. There's absolutely no flex with it. It's very high quality, sturdy polymer. This is made by HK. You don't have to worry about cheap features on this pistol. Everything is overkill in quality. I can honestly say that. Now, what's cool about this handgun, the magazines are actually steel. On the full-size 40 that I had, they were polymer magazines, which I didn't have an issue with, but on the compact, for this one, they're steel. I don't know if they're all steel on the 9mm full-size versions or what, but the full-size 40 that I had, the 2 magazines it came with were polymer. So yeah, I ordered inside the waistband crossbreed holster for this. and that should be coming in sometime this week, hopefully by maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. I ordered the horsehide version. It's about $15 more than cowhide. It's supposed to be a little bit better with resisting sweat, and it's a little bit more of a better leather. So yeah, we have some pretty cool features on it. Nice slide release, nice and easy to access with your thumb. Safety, very easy to manipulate. Some people don't care for the magazine release. It's just a bar that runs across the bottom of the trigger guard. And the way I do it, I use my index finger or my pointer finger and my thumb together. It's an ambidextrous magazine release, so I use both of my fingers together, and that's how I use the grip or the lever. Some people, they just use their thumb. Some people just use their finger. However you want to do it. I like to get my pointer finger and my thumb and use them together like that. Trying to think of other features. It does not have night sights. It just has your standard white dot sights, which is fine. Now, how I got this pistol, I actually traded in my Glock 22 in 40 caliber, and I was, for a while, every time I open my safe, I'm looking at my Glock 22, and I haven't shot it in literally probably 3 years. I don't stock up on 40 caliber ammunition. I really had no intentions on ever carrying it, so really it was just sitting in the safe, and I'm like, I've been wanting an HK USP Compact and a 45 for a long time, and what I decided to do was I took the Glock 22 to one of my local gun shops, actually one of my favorite local gun shops, Ultra Firearms, and brand new I paid $5.15 for it, and it's used. It's 5 years old. So I asked them, I said, I told them at first I'm looking for an HK USP Compact. They told me that they had one in stock from their supplier. They said they could order it for me, and I said okay, and I said I would like to trade in my Glock 22 and put that towards the credit of the HK. And they said, what would you like out of it? And I said, I would like at least $300. I'll be happy with $300. And we made a deal on it. So, got this pistol with that discount from trading in my Glock. I got it for $668 out the door, which was great. So, really, appreciate Ultra Firearms working with me. They, I feel 300 was pretty even of a deal. So what else? Most of you guys that know about HKs, awesome quality, great handguns. They are pricey. Honestly, your average person, at least in my area, don't really buy this caliber of a gun. And when I say caliber, I don't mean 45 auto. I mean like this, level of a handgun. In my area, my typical gun shops do not carry, stuff like this. They mostly carry the M&Ps, the Glocks, the XDs, more affordable range of firearms. Whenever it comes to stuff like this in my area, I find that I have to either go on Gunbroker or have it ordered. So I'm happy I have it. I really have no intentions of getting rid of this. I've been wanting one of these for about 2 years, and I'll be carrying this quite a bit now once my crossbreed comes in. And 2 magazines for this handgun is enough for me. For the purpose of this handgun, I really don't need more than 2 mags. I've actually been carrying my SIG P226, the MK25 version of the P226, and I've been carrying this consistently for 2 months. And people are under the illusion, for the most part, that it's very difficult or almost impossible to conceal carry a full-size handgun like this. And that's why a lot of people go to something like this, something a little bit smaller, Glock 19 size or smaller, and P229, whatever. And even that's a little big for some people. But honest to God, I'll show it to you right now, actually. This holster I have for it. This is a Galco outside the waistband holster, and this is actually a Koch series. You can find this on Galco's website. There's 2 numbers on it. The top number is L139H0, and the bottom number is CTS2488. I don't know which one's the model number or what, but Galco Koch series holster. And the belt that I use is a Galco Koch series belt. This is 1.5 inch belt. Okay, nice and thick. Your belt is half the battle or more when it comes to carrying a firearm. If you have a good belt and you have a good holster, and it's not just the holster, you can have an excellent holster, but if you have a crappy belt, you're not going to be able to pull it off. You have to have a system, okay? For 2 months, consistently, literally, every day that I go out, I'm wearing my 226, okay? And I am not even exaggerating this. With that belt and that holster, I honestly, I don't want to say that I forget that it's on me, but it's almost unnoticeable, literally. Very, very manageable, okay? So it can be done. If you have a full-size handgun or you're looking to get into a handgun, don't be discouraged from what most people tell you about, you should get a compact or whatever. If you have it on your heart that you want to have a full-size pistol, it is doable, okay? And I'll show you what it looks like with me wearing it, but just wanted to throw that out there. I have been consistently carrying my P226 for 2 months straight, and carried it today when I went to the grocery store. And I wore it to church. I literally wear this thing everywhere, okay? It's great. I love it. But I got this HK USP in a 45. My SIG is a 9mm. This is a 45, and I'll be carrying this a little bit. I try not to switch which gun I can still carry, a lot, because you get used to a certain platform, and if you switch, it can kind of mess you up if you don't train with it. So definitely gonna get some trigger time behind this, practice my draw, practice working it, and looking forward to owning it. Really, really nice. HK USP Compact 45. Like I said, it is pricey, but it's a great, great handgun. The hammer, you'll notice there's no spur. It's not really meant to cock with your thumb, although you can, okay, but most people don't do it. So you can carry it cocked and locked like that, like a 1911, cocked and locked. Personally, I'll chamber around, I'll decock it, and I'll carry it like this. This way you just draw it, and your first pull is going to be double action, but that is the same with the SIG. That is one similarity I can say with these 2 pistols that I really don't have to make an adjustment to. It's pull it out of your holster, first pull, the trigger is double action, then after that it's single action. The magazine release, in a stressful situation, if you had to use your gun for self-defense, that could mess you up if you're very used to the traditional, button on the side of the receiver or the frame. So definitely I want to practice with that. Just repetition. But yeah, very, very thick polymer. Just a great, great handgun. I'll do another video disassembling it so you can see the internals, but it's just a really cool firearm. And that Glock 22, that was my only 40 caliber handgun that I had, and like I said, I really had no intentions of doing anything with it, so I got rid of it. As of now, I really don't plan on adding any 40s to my collection. With handguns, semi-automatic handguns, I like to stick with 9mm or 45 auto, depending on the platform and how I'm going to carry it. So yeah, there it is, HK USP. Really nice. Just my initial impressions on it. Haven't shot it yet, so looking forward to that. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Quite a few videos on YouTube of this handgun. But these are my impressions of it, what I think. Like the texture on it. It's not too aggressive, but it's perfect. It's a little bit more than a Glock, you know, but it's nice. So now I don't have a Glock in my collection, so I'm gonna have to get another Glock. I would like to get one in 9mm. Probably gonna get a Glock 17 sometime down the road. All right. There's the muzzle end. All right. There it is. Yeah. Really happy with it. All right. You guys have a nice day. See ya.